What's up, party people? It is Brian here with Unrivaled Multimedia once again. And tonight I'm here with my reaction to the Steelers beating the Bengals in the first round of the playoffs, 18-16, which was a very controversial win. A last second field goal that was led by Big Ben Roethlisberger coming back in the game after almost tearing his shoulder off. Wow. Wow. This game had everything that the Kansas City Chiefs Houston Texas game did not have. In my opinion, this game was like the ECW of football, if you're a wrestling fan. This game had it all. You had penalties, dirty hits, big time catches and touchdowns. Just grind it out. Everything you could think of. Bonehead plays. Marvin Lewis and the Bengals being the Bengals in the end. But let's get into this game. First quarter, a lot of defensive plays, not a lot of offense. And it's 0-0 in the first quarter, but you knew the first quarter was going to be one of those games because you have Vontaze Burfict, who was the main hero and at the end culprit in this game, going at it with every Bengals player he could. Yet Adam Jones going at every every Steelers player they could. I mean, it was chippy all the way through from the start. The second quarter, you had the Steelers starting to get some offense going, start to mount a couple of plays. Ended the half 6-0, get a couple of field goals. Not too much, just a lot of big defense and chippy plays. AJ McCarron was doing nothing in the first half. You had the Steelers just locking him up and making him look confused as all get out. And also did throw an interception, but luckily that did not come back to hurt them. But overall, that first half was just a lot of defense and a lot of hard hits and trying to lay out players. Now, unfortunately for the Bengals, Kirkpatrick got hurt and Reggie Nelson, two of their defensive backs, which would make it hard for them to guard the phenom, the god Antonio Bryant. Antonio Brown. That was really, really going to hinder them going into the second half. Now, the second half was all Bengals as far as the fourth quarter goes. Coming back, scoring 16 unanswered points. In the third quarter, you had Big Ben, who got drove into the ground. Just drove into the ground by Vontaze Burfict. I think it was a clean hit, but hey, we all know Vontaze Burfict. That guy is on a mission to crush the opponent. And he definitely did that after seeing Gio Bernard get hurt on a lead by the head, crowd of the helmet hit by Ryan Shazier, the linebacker for the Steelers, which I still don't understand how it's not a penalty because that was easily spearing if you see it. It could be qualified as an ejection. So I don't understand still how that was not. But overall, that third quarter, crazy hits, just a lot of just grinded out plays. And then when Landry Jones got in the game, woo! Steelers offense went to a dumpster fire mode. It was nothing there, a lot of three and outs, and all you had was a lot of confusion. And like I said, the fourth quarter, AJ McCarron, you got to give him kudos. Lead the team down the field over and over again, getting first downs. And that pass to AJ Green to take the lead late in the fourth quarter. Wow. Great. I mean, great route by AJ Green to get open and get that touchdown. And right there, you thought the Bengals curse was finally over. They're going to first win a playoff game, first time since the Morse code was invented. I mean, hey, we're all happy. You know, see like Cincinnati finally gets a win, but nope, they couldn't do it. As Jeremy Hill, after Vontaze Burfict gets a interception to thought will seal the deal, he fumbles the ball next play to give it right back to the Steelers. And Big Ben somehow barely can move his arm, comes back in the game with a little over a minute left and leads the team down the field. You have got to give it to this guy. He is the most gutsy player in the NFL. He gets hurt more than anybody I know and comes back to lead his team. Just the composure he had on that 4th and 3 to Antonio Brown. I mean, incredible route, incredible play call. And this guy did it on the road. All of the just crowd on him, raining, did not matter. He was not going to be denied. And the Steelers get it done, like I said, with a last minute field goal. And overall, this game, in my opinion, comes down to the bonehead plays of the Cincinnati Bengals. Give up 30 yards in penalties at the end of the game by Vontaze Burfict and Adam Pac-Man Jones to put the Steelers in field goal position to win the game. You just can't have that. You cannot have that. And I just don't know what you do. Marvin Lewis, overall, I think it is time to get rid of him. He has no control of his team. It is just apparent. That is an embarrassing loss. The Bengals should have not fumbled the ball. Jeremy Hill, you cannot have that. You can't have the penalties. I mean, the way he just drove his arm right into the head of Antonio Brown, that's senseless. Got to be smarter in that moment. You have to be. And you just know that this has to be it for Marvin Lewis, doesn't it? If you're a Bengals fan, I want to hear from you. You've got to be tired of Marvin Lewis and all the undisciplined plays and penalties and the way they just choke away games in the playoffs. So, like I said, this game had it all. Kudos to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I want to say something about Mike Tomlin while I'm at it. I've heard that there's a segment of Steelers fans that want to get rid of him. What? This guy's been to 2 Super Bowls, won one, and you want to get rid of him? What do you expect? Him to go out there and win Super Bowl every year? Get his team to the Super Bowl every year? He played 3 quarterbacks this year, had his starting running back, Le'Veon Bell, go out, had to get rid of Blunt, who we all know is a knucklehead. Antonio Brown's out for a while. He's had Martavis Bryant suspended. This guy gets his team ready every week, and now they're moving on to the second round of the playoffs. And you want to get this guy gone? I'm a Cowboys fan, let me tell you. If you want to get rid of Tomlin, by all means, send him to Dallas because I'll show you a bad coach if you want one in Jason Garrett. Mike Tomlin, this guy does not get enough credit. Kept the composure of the team on the road. They're throwing stuff at his team, the fans of Cincinnati. I mean, this guy deserves more credit. He, in my opinion, is underrated as a coach and deserves a lot more credit. So, with that being said, I want to hear from you Steelers fans for what I said about Mike Tomlin and the game overall. And as always, please give this video a thumbs up. Share this video. As always, subscribe to Unrivaled Multimedia. And until the next episode of The Blitz, take it easy.